Today on Running to Him.
By seeking God and His Word, we can receive God's peace. We'll read through the book of Psalms for 6 months, and today we read Psalm 119, verses 81 through 88, and we'll concentrate on verses 81 through 88. Psalm 119, verses 81 through 88 says, "My soul languishes for your salvation. I wait for your word. My eyes fail with longing for your word, while I say, when will you comfort me? Though I have become like a wineskin in the smoke, I do not forget your statutes. How many are the days of the life of your servant? When will you execute judgment on those who persecute me? The arrogant have dug pits for me, men who are not in accord with your law. All your commandments are faithful. They have persecuted me with a lie. Help me. They almost destroyed me on earth, but I did not forsake your precepts. Revive me according to your loving kindness, so that I may keep the testimony of your mouth." Now, during my high school years, I was one of the least liked people in my whole high school. It was probably my fault. I've always struggled with being around people. When I got to know Tony, that changed a little because she is such an outgoing person. But even today, I have to really swallow hard before I join a group of people with whom I don't have a real relationship. And as I read today's reading, I felt for the psalmist because I've experienced his emotions. Sometimes I'd like to be like Enoch, whom God took. I'd feel a real sense of relief to be in God's presence rather than in the social situation that I might be in. But God doesn't want us to wallow in our emotions. He desires that we be proactive in our walk with Him. And sometimes we need to be revived through His Spirit. We need refreshing. There have been times in my Christian walk when I've attended some Christian retreats. They brought me relief from the day-to-day grind and refreshed me. When confronted by those who desired to destroy him, the psalmist went to God by holding on to God's precepts. He then asked God to revive him by allowing him to feel God's love and protection. When God revives someone, they have an easier time keeping God's principles and laws. It is like when someone practices playing a sport. It takes work to become good in a sport, and yet, when someone practices, the game's moves and strategy become second nature, and peace finally arrives. By seeking God in His Word, we can receive God's peace.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.